The next day, Jesus decided to leave for Galilee. Finding Philip, he said to him, "Follow me." Philip, like Andrew and Peter, was from the town of Bethsaida. Philip found Nathanael and told him, "We have found the one Moses wrote about in the law, and about whom the prophets also wrote about, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph." "Nazareth? Can anything good come from there?" Nathanael asked. "Nazareth? Can anything good come from there?" Nathanael asked. "Greeting, guys. It is me here with a message of the kingdom of heaven." Guys, we are still continuing with this series of Jesus being a stumbling block, because the guy is really, guys, a stumbling block, so this is part 2 of that. Here, guys, just to put you to speed, Jesus was just after John the Baptist had baptized him and pointed to his disciples, because they were disciples who originally or initially belonged to John. But because John spoke of Jesus and said, there is the Son of God, there is the Messiah, and the Holy Spirit confirmed to me that there is the Messiah. So some of John's disciples decided to leave John right then. Then guys, hello. Guys, I will do that myself. I decided that, I'll be a hypocrite, if guys, I'm a disciple of someone and someone tells me, this is the greater one, this one is greater than me, that one is the Son of God. Hello. Who wouldn't leave? So, some of John's disciples left right then, and they followed Jesus, and they went to him, and they called him. Jesus saw them following him, and he turned, and they were like, "Rabbi, where do you stay?" And Jesus said, "Come, follow me," because obviously they belong to Jesus as well. Guys, John the Baptist, yes, he was not spiritually alive, but the guy was great. The guy was great. Even Jesus says that there's no one risen greater than John the Baptist, because the guy, guys, not only did he see Jesus, because he was from the old covenant, he was from the old, those old prophets who never saw Jesus, but this one, he came to usher Jesus, so John was the greatest, believe me when I tell you, so they left him. So Jesus took them because they belonged to him, because this guy came to usher Jesus, you understand? So they followed him, and then Jesus went about recruiting now, and he recruited Philip. Then Philip ran to Nathanael, and told him, "Nathanael, we have found the Messiah, the one whom we were waiting for." And Nathanael was like, "Oh, who, where?" And Philip says, "He's from Nazareth." And Nathanael is like, "What are you talking about? Can anything good?" Guys, verse 46, that was taken from Gospel of John chapter 1, verse 46. And Nathanael is asking, can anything good come from Nazareth? Guys, here we're talking about Jesus as a stumbling block. So right now, we're just talking about the place where he came from, because, if you sit down and you think about Jesus, you think about the Son of God. Guys, the Israelites, they were told about Jesus. So the guys, they waited for his coming. They waited for his first coming. So in their minds, guys, they were expecting this dude who's wearing purple clothes. They're expecting this dude who will be born in the house of Pharaoh. They're expecting this dude who was rich, who had, what I'm talking about? Maybe not necessarily from the line of Pharaoh, because they knew that he would come from the line of David. Because, guys, remember, David was a king. So you understand, they expected Jesus to actually come from a king house. Guess what? Number one, guys, Jesus is a bastard. Let us be honest. Guys, let us look at things from their point of view right now, because right now I want us to realize, guys, I keep blaming sometimes people for not wanting Jesus, and it's because of my mentality, it's because of what I know, it's because of what I've seen, You understand? But let me come out of myself and just be a normal person. Because most of the time when I preach and teach, guys, I don't speak like a normal person. I speak from the point of view of knowing certain things, even though I don't talk about, even though I don't talk about. So I speak and preach and teach from from the point of view of knowing some things, because I cannot hide the things I know from myself. I can hide the things I know from you, but I can't hide them from myself. So when I preach and teach, I preach from that point of view, from a person who knows certain things, who hears certain things, who've seen certain things. But right now, in this particular podcast, I'm going to speak like someone who doesn't know anything. And here, this dude is said to be the Son of God. Yet, this guy is born, guys, first of all, this guy is a bastard. We expect a child of God to come from a married couple. That's what we will expect. True or false, guys? I mean, hello. Truth must be told now. We expect that. Yet Jesus is put in Mary's womb. Guys, we don't know that Mary is a virgin. We don't know, right? So now Mary comes and is to marry Joseph. I don't know whether Daddy spoke to Joseph as well prior, because all we know is that Daddy confirmed to Joseph, because Joseph had planned after realizing that Mary was pregnant. So Joseph planned to divorce her quietly in order not to make her a public disgrace. So he planned to divorce her quietly. Then Daddy sent an angel and said, you're not going to divorce that lady because she did not sleep around with anyone. I actually put that seed in her womb. So I'm the one who impregnated her. Then Joseph relented, you understand, and then changed his mind, then decided or went along and married Mary. You understand? But Mary was pregnant outside marriage. In other words, Jesus was a bastard in the eyes of Israelites. You understand? So this son who is a bastard, first of all, you need to bear that in mind. At that time, nowadays, guys, being a bastard is nothing. Guys, nowadays, whether you are a bastard or not, you are equal like other people, because we live in a place where sin is a norm. Being pregnant outside marriage nowadays is a blessing, because we live in sin. Sin is a norm. I mean, guys, if you decide to obey Jesus today and you stay away and you don't have sex, you become a laughing stock. Believe me when I tell you, you become a laughing stock. I feel sorry for this generation, especially because they are born in a very sinful generation and in a very sinful time, guys, because at age 13, they must be sleeping around with boys, because for them, sleeping with boys means you are desirable. So at 13, at 14, they are already having sex, because to them it's like, wow, you are desirable, because sin is the in thing. If you don't, you become a laughing stock. Oh, nobody desires you. Yet, guys, it's actually the other way around. You become cheap. In fact, the earlier you have sex, especially for a lady, even for guys, just that for guys it's different because they don't carry children in their stomach. But for ladies, when you have sex early, you become so cheap. You will know when you're old. I've met people who have had sex in their early stage, and today they tell you, yo, I feel so cheap. They lose so much confidence, because the more guys you sleep with, the less confident you have. The more guys you sleep with, the less confident you have. It's not like guys. Guys, guys with guys, if they sleep with 10 girls, wow, you are a dog. You are a dog. You know what I mean? Wow, my dog. You hit that. Wow. Guys, how guys are. Guys, I mean, hello. Guys, I've befriended a lot of guys. They're like, wow, you hit that. Wow. 10. Wow. Hey, you are a dog. They compliment each other and they take you out and pay for you. Why? You are a dog. You understand? It's not the DOG, it's the DAWG. For them, it's a good thing. But with ladies, That's why they will come to you and say,